Peace, beautiful beings. I hope you're all doing well. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello, my name is Valadia Chapman. I'm a holistic nutritionist, reproductive health guide, author, many different titles. And I am almost 100% sure that you will find a video on this channel that will resonate with you. So when you're done with this video, make sure you browse the channel. And if you feel called to, we'd love to have you subscribe. So I have finally sat down to film the supplement video. I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear the supplements that I take daily and every other day, and just what are the supplements that I take, period, because supplements are very important. In one of my recent videos, I spoke to you all about how our food supply is not as nutritionally dense as it used to be, maybe 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. We have all of this fracking and acid rain and genetically modified foods and all these pesticides with the NPK fertilizers. The soil is no longer as biologically diverse as it used to be, which means there just aren't as many strong vitamins and minerals present in our foods like it used to be. So it is quite necessary for us to be supplementing these days. And you don't have to use all of the supplements that I use or that I tell you about today. That's why I wanted to sit down and make this video, because on my website, earthmommedicine.com, you can see in my favorites tab all of my favorite supplements. And I've gotten many emails and messages of people that are like a little overwhelmed at all the different kinds. And although there is a lot of explanations for each one on my website, some people just want to know, if I want to get one thing today or two things today, what are those things? So now I'm going to explain them to you, and then this will probably help you decide which supplements you think will work best for you and where you are today. So in order not to make this video too long, I will put some information right here when I'm talking about each supplement so that I can kind of give you a quick summary of it. And make sure that you go to the website to learn more about it and do your own research. Everything that I'm saying today, please take with a grain of salt. Although I am a professionally trained holistic nutritionist, I need you all to know that I'm not a doctor, physician, or a naturopath doctor. So I don't have a license to practice medicine, and you need to do your own research before you apply any of these things to your body or before you replace any medical treatments or plans that you have going on already. So I guess we can just go from here all the way to there. All of my supplements on the website are separated in the category of things that I take every single day and things that I take every so often or every other day or wherever I feel like it. They're not separated this way now, but I will let you know, or maybe I'll put something on the screen that tells you when I do take this. And last but not least, everything that I'm talking about today will be linked below. And again, you can find it on my website, which will also be linked below. All right, let's jump in. So the first thing that I love is the Trace Minerals 40,000 volts electrolyte concentrate. All it is ionic trace minerals and sea minerals. And so this you can take and just drop like 3 or 4 drops into a glass of water, and you have your electrolyte supply for the day. So it's wonderful if you're feeling sick or if you're working out a lot and you need to replenish yourself. My favorite way to get electrolytes is through this 40,000 volts, which this bottle will last you forever because you only need to do a few drops at a time. Or I will get coconut water, and coconut water is great. But if you guys remember, I told you about my microbiome test in my last video. My microbiome actually came back saying that it doesn't really like coconut water. It was actually in my medium. So it's like, it's not that my microbiome hates coconut water or that it loves it, it's just that I should have it very moderately. So now I just take my 40,000 volts if I worked out and I want to replenish my electrolytes. I do not recommend things like Gatorade or Powerade to have your electrolytes. When I watch those commercials and I see these athletes like running and they're drinking the Gatorade, it just makes me cringe, because look at the back of the bottle, you all. Look at the ingredients that is in Gatorade and Powerade. It's these bright blue, red, green colors. So you have all this blue, red 40 and blue 6 and all these artificial dyes in there. And then they have high fructose corn syrup. So when you're drinking Gatorade, your body is processing it the same way it would process a Dr. Pepper or a Coke or a Sprite. It's not good for you. It's just a bunch of sugar, and then they happened to drop a little bit of electrolyte in there, okay? So get something like this that will last you a really long time. and then you have your electrolyte supply already ready. I don't drink it every single day. I drink it definitely after a workout, definitely after a sweaty day outside gardening or doing anything that's a little, you know, taxing to the body. And then just whenever I think of it, really. I don't think it's necessary to drink it every single day, but it is nice. Okay, so, but it's nice. I don't know why I ended it that way. So the second thing I have here is MCT oil. MCT standing for medium chain triglyceride, which is present in coconut oil. You have long chain, short chain, medium chain triglycerides. It's just a certain element of the coconut oil. People like to isolate medium chain triglycerides because they have been scientifically proven to help you with fat loss, to help you with cognitive function, and with energy. And I have a YouTube video. It was actually one of my first videos I ever made, and it's all about MCT oil, and I break it down like all into the biological and scientific terms where it's a little confusing, but I recommend going to watch that if you want to hear me really nerd out about MCT oil. But basically that's all you need to know, is that you can put MCT oil in your coffee. If you're familiar with people that follow the keto diet, which is very high in fat and is promoted for weight loss and things like that, they always add MCT oil in their coffee or butter in their coffee, and it's that high fat that will trigger fat loss. And it's actually a long story, so I'm not gonna go into a rant, but that's the short version of it. You can put it in salad dressings, you can put it in your smoothies, you can put it in cooking. I wouldn't cook with it, but like, let's say you have a soup or something, and then you can put a little teaspoon of MCT oil at the end. That way you can eat it, because this is not going to withstand high temperatures, but you can add it to hot things after you're done cooking. This is a really good price, this bottle. I'm gonna link it below. I've tried many different ones, but I actually love this one because it's odorless, it's tasteless, so you can add it to anything. I don't even use it that much, to be 100% honest with you, but it's wonderful to have in your cabinet if you're looking for something like that, if you're someone that wants to try other fat loss methods, or you just want to try it out and see how it works with your brain function or natural energy. It definitely works for natural energy. I don't know about fat loss because I like to eat. So I don't know if if it's helped me lose weight or anything like that, but it definitely does work for energy. Next, y'all have heard me talk about this one many times. This is a #1 favorite. I take this one every single day, twice a day. I do not miss it. It's the Perfect Amino from Body Health. And I actually have a lot of supplements here from Body Health because when I discovered them, I just went crazy on their website. I spoke to the owner, I spoke to the people that work at this company. They are some real quality people that have their supplements third-party lab tested. They are really doing things right when it comes to supplements. I've tried so many different supplements. Those of you who have been with me from the beginning of Earth Mama Medicine, you've probably seen me go through a lot of different supplements to find what works for me. Body Health supplements are top notch. Every single thing I've tried is amazing. By the way, they're not paying me to say this. I'm not getting paid to promote any of these supplements today. I just want to make that clear. I'm not getting paid. These are all supplements that I personally love, that I've purchased with my own money, and that I really do think they work. Body Health's Perfect Amino. I've explained it in a few videos, but this is a supplement to get your amino acids. Amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. So if you are someone who is currently taking a protein powder every day or a BCAA powder every day, I recommend you put those things aside and get you a Perfect Amino, because you're gonna have it all in one thing. The thing about protein powders is they're just not as bioavailable in the body. So most of these protein powders, especially the vegan ones that I was having, are made with lentils or black beans or hemp, these high protein plant foods. And your body, although it does have protein, your body just does not absorb all of it efficiently. And even if you are someone who's eating meat, eggs, fish, your body still is not going to properly absorb all of the amino acids from your food as it should be. And that's just how the body works. Everybody's different. Some people might have better absorption rates than others. But this is a sure way to make sure that you're getting your amino acids. If you're having any skin issues, if you're having weight loss issues, if you're having anxiety issues, depression issues. It could be amino acid balance. It could be that you're just not getting all of your amino acids in your foods. And a lot of people are not getting their amino acids in their foods, I'm telling you. If you're interested in getting this, when you click on the link below, you'll see a ton of information about it. There's graphs, there are studies of people that have taken this. I mean, there's reviews. You'll see why I really preach this product without them even paying me, because it's just that good. I take it in the morning, right before I do anything pretty much. I'll take a little bit of it, 1 scoop, and I notice that my body is immediately like, all right, we're ready for the day, let's go. You know, it helps me with my energy, with everything. When I was going through that crazy acne spurt, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, that's probably when I had first started taking Perfect Amino, and it was helping get rid of the imbalances within my body. I don't wanna rant too much about it because I could talk a lot about Perfect Amino, but go on the website and learn a little bit more about it. My vegans, my plant-based people, this is key right here. I used to think that I was getting enough protein by eating my beans and my hemp powder and things like that. You're not. You're just not. Unfortunately, you're not, because they're just not as bioavailable to the body. So when you're taking straight up amino acids, you're good. And I promise you, you'll feel a difference. If you don't want to commit to a big container like this, you can get a smaller container. They even have little trial packets. Just think about it, I'm telling you, top notch. All right, next. If you're feeling exhausted by me rambling, you know you can fast forward. I don't know if everybody knows about this, but I always watch videos on fast forward. So you can hit the little settings wheel down there and you can put me on like 1.25 or 1.5 and it'll make my voice faster so that you don't have to listen to me ramble on so slowly. Okay, next thing that I take every single day also from Body Health is their Perfect Calm. This is a magnesium supplement. 80% of the American population is deficient in magnesium. And this is because magnesium is high in foods like Swiss chard, kale, spinach, things that most of us aren't getting enough of every single day in your diet. A lack of magnesium can really wreak havoc on your body. I'll put some information up here on what that's like if you're not getting enough magnesium. When you start to supplement it with it, you'll notice, especially if you're deficient, you will notice an upliftment in your body, in your mood stabilization, in your sleep, 100%. That's why this is called Perfect Calm, because it is preferred to take magnesium in the evening time because it's just really nice for chill, for calming the nervous system, putting you out of that fight or flight mode and into that rest and recover mode. It's really wonderful. I just take a little scoop of this every day. This actually will last you a long time because the scooper is so tiny. And I put 1 scoop a day in the evening in a tea or something, in a hot tea, and it tastes wonderful. This is the orange. I also have a berry. Oh, if you're gonna get the Perfect Amino, get the berry. I don't think the lime tastes very good. But anyway, the berry is delicious. The Perfect Calm is wonderful, and I take this every single night. All right, next is a staple. This is a very important staple. This is the complete multivitamin with liver support. I switched to this after taking so many different supplements, especially being plant-based and vegan. You know that you have to take your K2 D3 supplement and your B12 and making sure you're getting all these different things, and it kind of was becoming overwhelming for me to take all these different vitamins. But I also never trusted multivitamins because I found that most of the ones I saw were not formulated correctly. They were using folic acid instead of folate, and you'll notice that folic acid is in freaking everything, like every bread product, every vitamin. If you're pregnant, it's in prenatal vitamins, and folic acid is not your friend. If you are pregnant, okay, I'm going on a side rant. Maybe I should make a separate video about this, but really quickly. If you're pregnant, and you are taking prenatals right now, you should not be taking prenatals with folic acid in them. You should be taking prenatals with folate in them, because folic acid is the synthetic, man-made version of folate, which is the natural version of this B vitamin. Folic acid has recently been found to cause autism. And also it's been found to cause neural tube defects and midline defects, meaning like the middle of the body. So like a lot of babies that are born with a little crease in their tongue, like a heart-shaped tongue, you'll notice they were not getting the proper folate, they were getting folic acid. And folic acid, the problem with it is since it's man-made, it's synthetic, our bodies are not doing a good job at flushing it completely out. So it keeps circulating in the bloodstream and you end up having an overload of folic acid and it causes issues, I'm telling you. So all my pregnant mamas out there, I will link a prenatal that I approve of if you are looking for a prenatal that actually has real folate in it. And back to this multivitamin, this is the reason why I chose this one, because every single vitamin in here is the methyl bioavailable natural version of that vitamin. It's not folic acid, it's methylfolate. The zinc, the selenium, the magnesium, the manganese, the copper, all the minerals in here are chelated, which means that they will be soaked into the body, into the bloodstream, instead of released in your urine. You have no idea how many over-the-counter vitamins and supplements are a complete waste of money because of the way they're formulated. You're just peeing it all out and not even utilizing it in your body. So you want chelated minerals and you want actual methyl versions of your vitamins so that your body's absorbing it. Okay, so that's the boring rant. I found this one and was like, yes, thank you, body health wins again. This is why I love this company. They're doing it right. And I finally was able to get rid of all of my other separate vitamins and just take this one every single day. So this one has all of your B vitamins, your B12, your D, everything you need right in here. So it's a lot less stress on me to try to take a bunch of them. I just make sure I take my multivitamin. Like, if I don't take anything throughout the day, I still make sure I take my multi. Especially if I'm traveling, I will make sure I take a few of these with me. I might not take my Calm with me and my Perfect Amino, but I will take my multivitamin. It's wonderful and it's worth it to get this. If you get anything today, I recommend that you get the complete multi. All right, we're getting through it, we're pushing along. So, the next one is the Inflame Arrest. This is just an inflammation supplement. Not everybody has inflammation in their body, but actually most of us do. If you're eating a standard American diet with a lot of carbs, meats, cheeses, sugar, you're going to have inflammation in your body. Even I have inflammation in my body and I eat a fairly healthy diet, but like I told you in my last video, I just got my microbiome tested and it came back with some inflammation. It's just turmeric and boswellia, very strong anti-inflammation herbs. I probably don't even take this one every single day. I try to take it every day, but you know, once I'm done with my other ones, I don't really make this one a huge priority, but I take it every other day for sure. Inflammation is the root of all disease, because your body is working extra hard to get things done. So if you have any skin issues going on, 100% start taking this. If you're having any bowel issues going on, constipation, anything like that, it could be from inflammation, try to take this. Really, if you have anything going on, target inflammation first. Eat an anti-inflammatory diet like maybe like the Dr. Sebi diet. I'm not a 100% Dr. Sebi fan, but I do believe in his diet if you're somebody that's going through a real illness and you need to get that inflammation down. Then you can follow a Dr. Sebi diet. I'll link some info about the Dr. Sebi diet below. Now, I can't vouch for this one as much because I just started taking it about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. I do know that it's making my bowel movements wonderful. I could have 2 or 3 a day. They're super smooth, no complications. But I haven't seen any parasites, or it's hard to know if a parasite cleanse worked, because unless you actually see worms come out of you, which is terrifying, and I hope that never happens to me. But if you read the reviews on her parasite cleanse, people have had worms come out of them. So I'm just banking on the fact that I just never had worms, or they haven't been big enough for me to actually see them. But as scary as it is, everyone, parasites are a lot more common than you think. If you're eating a standard American diet of a lot of meats, especially low quality meat, then you probably have parasites because they're very present in animal foods. Also, if you are eating sushi, any raw foods like that, if you're a heavy fish eater, heavy seafood eater, you have a big chance of having parasites. Also, if you have animals, more specifically cats, because you deal with their litter and their poop more often, and also parasites can live on the rim of their butts. I know, I'm sorry, this is getting explicit. But they come and they sit on your pillow, or they sit somewhere where you always put your, intimate body parts. You don't know what eggs or things could be transferred to your body. It's just how it is, unfortunately. So a parasite cleanse, I recommend you do 1 a year. just to flush yourself out of any foreign things that could be in your body, because parasites are very strong. They will steal all of your nutrients. So you could be taking every single one of these supplements and think that you are doing your thing and you're about to elevate your life, but if you have intestines full of parasites, all of this stuff is gonna be a complete waste of money, because your body is compromised, because the parasites are taking the nutrients so that they can survive. They also will cause you to crave foods that no longer align with your goals. The foods that parasites love are the foods that you love. Sugar, fat, grease, salt, processed foods, things like that. The stuff that tastes good, the stuff that all of us wish we could eat all the time, that's the stuff that parasites love. The things that parasites do not like are the things that most people do not like bitter greens, bitter vegetables, steamed veggies, plain foods, healthy foods, vegetables, and things like that. So yeah, her Parasite cleanse had really wonderful reviews, and it's all organic, top-notch herbs, lab tested, I trust it. So if you're looking for a Parasite cleanse, this is the one. Down here I have zinc. Now zinc is in the multivitamin, so you don't need to get a separate zinc if you're interested in it, but I did start taking zinc separately because I wanted to get more because of the acne I had experienced a few months ago. Zinc is wonderful for getting rid of skin issues. If you have eczema, a rash, or acne, things like that, get some zinc, it's wonderful. I trust this one from Pure Encapsulations. Pure Encapsulations is a great brand with top-notch supplements as well, but this is the only thing I have from them. But my naturopath doctor loves these and always prescribes this brand. But zinc, this will be linked below if you're looking to take that. It's wonderful for the thyroid and other things like that, but it is in the multivitamin. Over here is another Organic Olivia supplement, and this is her probiotic. It's called Not Your Average Probiotic because it is a prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzyme 3-in-1. And that's what I love about it. It will have your bowel movements nice and regular, and it's wonderful for balancing out the gut, because a lot of times we will take a probiotic and it is meant to feed the bacteria in your body, but we're not taking a prebiotic, which is that fiber that can help your bowel movements, that can help balance out the gut. Like I talked about in my last video, Organic Olivia is one of the only brands I've seen that makes their probiotic in the correct encapsulation. Because if you're taking a probiotic that's cheap and it's not formulated correctly, meaning the casing that the pill is in, when you swallow it, it will hit your stomach bile, it will hit your stomach acid and immediately dissolve, and the probiotic and everything will die in your stomach. Contrary to popular belief, probiotics are needed in the intestines more than they're needed in the stomach. So you want your probiotic to survive through your stomach and then start to break down when it starts the intestine process. So I like Organic Olivia's because they have been formulated to survive the stomach process and to start to break down and be of use in the intestinal tract. I've bought like 6 bottles of this already. I love it, it's wonderful. I recommend it if you're having any gut issues, or really I recommend it to everyone, because same thing I said in the beginning of this video about supplements and how our food is just not as biologically diverse. This goes for bacteria as well. If you're not eating a lot of fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and kombucha and things like that, you might not be having things that are properly supporting your gut bacteria, your gut flora. If you're not eating a lot of different vegetables, diverse vegetables and different types of foods, then you might not have a very diverse microbiome, and so this could really help you. All right, I had to take a quick break because I had some family members come over and it turned into a whole dinner and gathering, and so here I am trying to continue this video. I am determined to finish it today. So we left off at the probiotic. Next is the Organic Olivia Main Magic. This is a supplement that was formulated to help with hair growth. What it's made up of is traditional Chinese medicine herbs that help with blood flow, circulation, and all around blood health. Because what Organic Olivia found in her research was that these traditional Chinese herbs that were helping with the blood were also helping hair growth, because they were stimulating the hair follicles in the scalp, and people that were having issues with hair growth or hair loss were also having issues with circulation and with the vitality of their blood. When she started to test out this formula, she was realizing that everybody's hair was becoming thicker, more vibrant, and longer and just healthier in general. And people that were going through thinning and balding were having their hair grow back. Go to her website and check out the reviews. She has a lot of reviews. I can definitely say that after taking it for several months, I noticed that my hair was getting thicker and that my ringlets were a lot more spirally and my hair was shinier. So I'm really happy about this one. Go to her website and check out the reviews. There are tons of reviews from people that were balding, men, women, all different types of people have been on her website saying how much Made Magic has made a difference for their hair. Also on her Instagram, she has tons of reviews of her products. Okay, so next we have the oil of oregano. This is something that I take a lot. I don't take it every single day. I take it about every other day or just whenever I feel I need it. If I feel like I'm getting sick, I definitely take some oil of oregano. Wonderful for boosting the immune system. Very great for combating candida, which is yeast overgrowth in the body. Most of us have candida at some point in our lives because candida happens when we're eating a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, a lot of processed foods, basically the foods that I was telling you the parasites like, the candida also likes, the yeast likes in your stomach. Oil of oregano will smash it out of the ballpark if you continue to take it. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, it's very, very strong. This bottle will last you forever because you only need a little bit at a time. It's a powerful antifungal and antimicrobial, so you can use it for a lot of infections, fungal infections, bacterial infections, parasites, viruses, and inflammation. And there's also been some writings that have said that it works great for tumor reduction too. So it's just a really strong oil that works for a lot of imbalances in the body. And I like to keep this in my medicine cabinet because it's just something that I always turn to if I feel like I'm getting sick or if I have anything going on that's an imbalance. I always turn to my oil of oregano. It helped me a lot during travel when I would get to a new city. While I was on tour years ago, I would take oil of oregano every time I got to a new city to sort of let my body balance out after the travel. We're almost done. So the next one would be the Digestive juice from Organic Olivia. This has become a new favorite of mine. She created digestive bitters that you spray into your mouth before, like 10 to 15 minutes before you have a meal. What these bitters do is they signify the body to release bile and start the digestion process. So I like to take it before every meal, but I definitely make sure that I take it before I'm gonna eat something like a big bowl of pasta or a veggie burger with fries, something that's heavy and greasier than normal. The digestive bitters are wonderful because then I don't have that feeling of bloat and just like feeling full and icky afterwards because my body had a little bit of help. All right, the last one we have here is chlorophyll. I use chlorophyll in my water every single day. Chlorophyll is very dark, like it looks almost black in the bottle, but it's just green pigment. It's what makes plants green. And what it does to your body is it helps supply oxygen to your red blood cells. So this can result in many different wonderful results, which would be like your skin improving, your hair, your organ function, your brain function, cognitive function. It raises the red blood cell count that you have in your body. And in turn, it helps boost the immune system, can help reduce the signs of aging, promote healthy digestion, support strong bones, and also helps alkalize the body. So if you're eating a very acidic diet, which was the one I was telling you about that the parasites love, chlorophyll might be your friend to help you balance out some of that inflammation and balance out some of that acidity in the body. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about that I don't have here because I'm waiting on a new one to come in and I couldn't wait any longer was New Leaf Naturals CBD. I ran out and I'm waiting on my another one because I use it probably every other day, sometimes every day, depending on how I'm feeling. You all probably know about CBD at this point. I made a video all about New Leaf and I actually sat down with the owner and we spoke all about CBD, the facts, the myths, and we talked about New Leaf Naturals specifically. What I love about New Leaf is that not only is it created by good-hearted people that are truthful and have wonderful practices, it's organic and it's third-party lab tested. So a lot of CBD brands you'll see they're lab tested, but the lab tests happen in-house, meaning they are doing the lab tests on it to see if it has any pesticides or anything that just doesn't, that wouldn't agree with your body, that shouldn't be in a natural CBD supplement. But New Leaf, not only just one, but about 3 different testing companies that come in to test their products. What's great about third-party testing is that it's a lot more trustworthy than in-house lab testing. When I take New Leaf CBD, I know that it is high quality cannabis oil, so many different things. If I'm feeling anxious, if I'm having period cramps, feeling imbalanced in any way, I take CBD immediately and I feel 1,000 times better. It's a wonderful product. It's the best CBD I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot of different CBDs. I feel like there's like 10 new companies that come up every day. It's nice to know one that I trust, that I will not go away from. So if you're looking for a top-notch CBD and you're also confused by all the different brands, trust me when I say New Leaf is the way to go. They have all different sizes. They also have CBD for your pet. If your pet has anxiety, you know, when you're at work or whatever, or you just want to give your pet a little bit extra oomph in their wellness, I give it to my cats and my dog, and they don't even have a problem taking it. They like the flavor of it, and I know that I am helping them live a balanced life with some little extra goodness. So that's it, everyone. I've talked for a really long time about all the different supplements that are my favorite. There are a few extra ones on my website that you'll probably see, like Clear Lungs and other things like that I probably don't take very often. I just wanted to talk about these top choices right here are the ones that I take every day or every other day, and they all have been proven to make a difference in my life. So hopefully if you're looking for any one of these types of supplements, they will make a difference in your life. Like I said, everything will be linked below in the description. Also, a prenatal will be linked below because I wanted to recommend one to you all. Whatever else I said I was gonna link below will be linked below. So if you like this video, help me out a little bit by saying thank you. And the way that you can do that is by hitting the like button down there. And if you really wanna show your appreciation for my content and you wanna stay tuned for more, you can hit that little red subscribe button down there and also hit the little bell next to it so that you are notified when a new video is up. If you have any questions, drop them below. I will be answering questions in the comments. I always answer questions in the first several hours of the video being up. I'm hanging around, I'm having conversations with you all. So if you want to chat, drop a comment below. And I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.